Dear students, in this video, I am going to discuss in detail about the menstrual cycle and its hormonal control. Introduction. The reproductive cycle in the female primates, that is, human being, monkeys, apes, is known as menstrual cycle. The first menstruation begins at puberty. In human females, the menstruation is repeated at an average interval of about 28 or 28 days. The cycle of events starting from one menstruation till the next one is called the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle starts between 12 and 15 years and continues until about 45 to 50 years. Phases. There are 4 phases in the menstrual cycle. They are menstruation phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, and the luteal phase. This slide shows the major events occurs during menstrual cycle. The first phase is known as menstrual phase. The cycle starts with the menstrual phase when menstrual flow occurs and it lasts for 3 to 5 days. The production of LH, that is luteinizing hormone, from the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland is considerably reduced. The withdrawal of this hormone, that is luteinizing hormone, causes degeneration of the corpus luteum and therefore progesterone production is reduced. In this phase, the production of estrogen is also reduced. The menstrual flow results due to the breakdown of endometrial lining in the uterus and its blood vessels, which forms liquid that comes out through the vagina. The cells of the endometrial secretion, blood, and the unfertilized ovum constitute the menstrual flow. The production of LH, that is luteinizing hormone, from the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland is considerably reduced in this phase. The menstrual cycle occurs if the released ovum is not fertilized. Lack of menstruation may be inactive of pregnancy. However, it may also cause due to some other underlying causes like stress, poor health, environment, etc. The second phase is known as follicular phase. This phase is also called as proliferative phase. The menstrual phase is followed by the follicular phase. This phase usually includes cycle days 6 to 13 or 14 in a 28-day cycle. During this phase, the primary follicles in the ovary grow to become a fully matured Graafian follicle, and simultaneously the endometrium of the uterus regenerates through proliferation. These changes in the ovary and the uterus are induced by the changes in the levels of FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland and stimulates the ovarian follicle to secrete estrogens. The estrogen stimulates the proliferation of the endometrium of the uterine wall. The endometrium becomes thicker by rabbit cell multiplication, and this is accompanied by an increase of uterine glands and blood vessels. The third phase is called as ovulatory phase. In this phase, both LH, that is luteinizing hormone, and FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, attain a peak level in the middle of the cycle. Rapid secretion of luteinizing hormone leading to its maximum level during the mid-cycle called LH surge, which induces the rupturing of Graafian follicle and thereby the release of ovum occurs. This is called ovulation. The last phase is known as luteal phase. The ovulatory phase is followed by the luteal phase, during which the remaining part of the Graafian follicle transforms as the corpus luteum by luteinizing hormone. The progesterone stimulates the uterine glands to produce increased amount of watery mucus. During the secretory phase, there is also similar increase in the secretion of watery mucus by the vaginal glands and the glands of the fallopian tubes. The progesterone is also essential for the maintenance of the endometrium. Such an endometrium is necessary for implantation of the fertilized ovum and other events of pregnancy. In the absence of fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerates. This causes disintegration of the endothelium, leading to the menstruation, marking a new cycle. Thus, increased production of progesterone causes secretory phase. Thus, after secretory phase, the menstrual phase begins. Menstruation is often described as weeping of the uterus for last womb. In human being, menstrual cycle ceases around 50 years of age, that is termed as menopause. Cyclic menstruation is an indicator of normal reproductive phase and extends between menarche and the menopause. So menstruation is often described as weeping of uterus for unfertilized ovum or the last ovum. Thank you.